Hello everyone, this is Anita Sumati from Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman University, Bangladesh. Today I will present urban green space mapping for Khulna City, Bangladesh. This project is based on the heat urban mapping by using GIS or spatial analysis process. This challenge includes actually increased local temperature and higher energy demands. And as Khulna situated near the mangrove forest, this is also important part of the climate resilience and the buffer system of our ecosystem. So here is the main goals of this project. First of all, obviously we need to green space map to identify the spaces of greenery space. Then we need to spatial distribution by using spatial analysis process. And third of all, temperature distribution is used to mitigate to identify the heat space that is increased by the urbanization and industrialization process. And the new green space also identified the green space mapping, spatial distribution and temperature distribution. So to focus on the study area, Khulna, this is situated in the southwest part of the Bangladesh, that is near the coastal area, and Sundarban, the mangrove forest, that is declared by the UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is actually work as a buffer system of carbon storage. Sorry about that. Then the Khulna is actually has urban areas, peri-urban areas, or semi-natural landscape. So that is also semi-urban areas is actually also potential for the green space expansion and for the development of our green space mapping. So I actually studied some papers and found out some important information about Kolkata. There is 8.62% reduction in green spaces correlated with the higher low surface temperature, and they used tools and techniques like NDVI, NDVI for green space and heat mapping. And Khulna actually rises 2 degrees Celsius temperature, or that is used by measure by low surface temperature due to 5 years of urbanization process. So here actually most overall they used geospatial framework for sustainable planning. Okay. So for the methodology of the project, we need to follow the data collection, data processing, and heat reduction and climate resilience identification. I will describe the details of this methodology process next. So for the data collection and integration process. Satellite imagery will be used by the first identification of the data collection. So we can find the high resolutionary image for the data collection, and then for the further details we need to do field survey by ground truthing. This is very common in geospatial analysis to capture the temperature data and further details. And we can also use the local climate data like meteorological station in the local area, or they can use local instrument, and some meteorological station use actually Argosol most commonly in our coastal area. So for the data processing process, geospatial analysis and heat mapping actually the major processing part. So geospatial analysis can be done by using GIS software such as ArcGIS, QGIS to identify and categorize quantity of the green spaces. And the heat mapping is actually done by the thermal infrared data for satellite imagery. And overall, the analysis is based on the geospatial analysis and heat mapping. So last, the heat reduction and climate resilience identification. By the identify the heat space or hotspot of the urban heat island, we can identify the heat space availability. And further, we can also identify the potential green space expansion that we can use for the development of the city. So the climate resilience actually based on the heat space expansion and available potential green space of the project and of the city of the they can use also by the they can also use for the climate resilience. So here I can use some software and tools I mentioned here that ArcGIS, NV and Python for spatial analysis first of all, and then this can be actually the remote sensing software. And for the statistical analysis, we can also use Python or other programming software. So here is the outcomes, expected outcomes. First of all, the green space mapping and identify the urban heat island hotspot and green infrastructure. By identifying all these three, the policymakers or the policymakers and the green mappers or the urban planner also use our data and project outcomes to further development of the city. So there is the timeline of this project. That is approximately 8 to 9 months can be done for the whole activities. And the budget estimations, they are mostly again use open source data that can be found by the satellite imagery and software license that can be used by open source data. And here actually costing will be by the transportation survey equipment, field survey and research assistant. So this is approximately 185,000 taka. So in conclusion, there are some we can find some we can identify the green space of the Puno city and identify the mangrove ecosystem, green space availability, and also we can implement the next plan of the city green space. That is also impact in the mitigate the climate change and heat island mapping. So thank you for all today. I'm open to take any questions.